Alright, and we are back into the action. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 6APC stream. My name is Gami Crayola, your host. Joining me in the commentary booth is our lovely head puller, Mirage Fire. How you doing?
Hello everyone, I'm doing great, and I'm finally back to commentary. We'll be going over the round of 16 Mappool showcase here, and yeah, honestly,
yep.
If you have nothing else to add, we're gonna jump straight into it.
Yep, this round of we put our blood, sweat, and tears into this round of 16. This is the hardest pool, I hate Lewis R, and crash out of sight. Let's move straight into number 1.
Alright, let's get into number 1. We have True.
Oh, baby!
Oh wait, I need to increase the volume real quick. There we go. Alright.
Yep.
Number 1. This map features a lot of different type of aim actually. It's just not just like the main type of aim that will be covered in this number 1 will be awkward aim. So, but there's also some more regular jumps as well as some one snap section. I think there's also like a random screen, but like that's beside the point. The main test here will be awkward aim.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, the BPM of this map comes in at around 204. So yeah, relatively higher BPM than, you know, what you typically see in a normal 1. But that, you know, honestly just adds into the awkward aim element of the map. Really, it's going to put more emphasis on your aim agility rather than, you know, your sheer ability to, you know, hit big jumps, or i.e. raw aim as a skill set.
Overall, a pretty lengthy map as well. It's about 3 minutes, 40 seconds. So you need some level of consistency as well for this map.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, wooden pickaxe is absolutely right. This is a pretty steeper map, but it's pretty good.
I mean, honestly, There's a commentary that it's like from 6 to VC1. I honestly did not know this is from 6 to VC1. I'll be honest. This is like it would be like.
Mirage, you are literally our 6WC1 rep, bro.
I only play qualifiers. It's not my fault that I was so bad back then that I only played Hidden 2 for my team and I only got hit 80k in the one map I was supposed to play for my team.
Oh my god, get a
It's
load
sad,
of this loser.
okay.
Imagine being terrible at the game. Look at this loser. Point and laugh at.
I'm being bullied on stream.
Oh my goodness. Anyways, nothing much more to comment about. Really, this map is all about consistency. You know, this is, I mean, just taking a quick look at the pool, going to be our second longest map in the pool, I believe, or well, third longest map in the pool. We have a few more long maps in store. So yeah, really just gonna be your standard consistency test, no mod 1. And, you know, I hate commentating no mod 1s as much as the players hate playing it, so yeah, we're really stalling for time here.
At least you have a fun no mod 1, right? I enjoy this one.
Fun?
Come on, guys.
Yeah, guys, I'm having so much fun. You know, this song, you know what? You know, this map goes crazy on autoplay. I just don't want to listen to the song, honestly.
I play this with 0% background dim a bit. Come on, man. Someone has to enjoy
Honestly,
this
understandable. Honestly, understandable. And it's such a shame because the higher discs are so fun, but low SR is just bullshit. I hate low SR. I hate low SR.
Oh yeah. Important to know before this map ends. This pool is supposed to be 5.1. I know the map SR at the bottom says 5.22, so don't worry about it, but this is just mainly because of the recent SR rework on maps. So some maps will appear to be harder than they should be, even though the map itself didn't get harder.
Yeah, it is just unfortunate that we had like what 6 reworks run through APC during our entire pooling process. So yeah, really was a huge boon to us. No, not a boon to us, a huge setback for us from the pooling team, but it is what it is. Let's move straight into our No Mod 2.
For No Mod 2, we have Ramses B Children.
Banger, Ramses B. I love Ramses B.
Replayed by Top X Flat. This time around, we have a much slower No Mod 2. Compared to qualifiers, this is only 174 BPM versus the 190 from the qualifiers round, so lower BPM enjoyers can rejoice. They don't have to be playing 190 anymore, at least for now.
Yeah, that's right. Overall, this is your, you know, pretty standard No Mod 2 at this SR. You won't really get, you know, your long burst. You won't really get your stamina at this point, but you know, there is still a fair amount of tapping, all things considered. Mostly capping out at around 10 note bursts here and there. But yeah, if you are comfortable on that 174 BPM, you're definitely going to exercise a huge amount of comfort on this map.
Yeah, overall, just a classic low SR No Mod 2. Should be relatively comfortable. Drain time, I think, is like slightly under 3. Yeah, slightly under 3 minutes.
Yeah, I believe this was actually a custom for another tournament. Just gonna do a quick check. Yep, it was a custom for MP5 doozy tourney name. I have no idea what that tourney is, but
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is a custom No Mod 2 from that tournament.
It is a very good map though, so unfortunately I didn't win this tournament.
Yeah, that's right. Another long map as well in the pool. I think we're going this map
come on, 3 minutes. It's
around 3
than
minutes.
3
Yeah.
minutes.
The guys are actually the drain time is lower than 3 minutes. It's actually not consistency.
It is.
I have no idea what you mean.
Man, how come 3 minutes maps are considered long nowadays?
Yeah, sorry Mirage. Not all of us are as boomer as you.
Oh man. I remember the good old days when we had longer pools with longer maps.
Yeah, you know, we just need 5-minute no mod ones, wink wink, not foreshadowing anything whatsoever.
SMH.
But yeah, as you come into the last quarter of the map, it's just going to be these 5-note bursts to close out. Yeah, nothing much more to be said about this No Mod 2.
You say that, but there's still a quarter of the map left.
Yeah, I still wanna. Yeah, and I still wanna end it all actually. I love commentating though, SR, unironically. I said to God, I've been doing so much, you know, like higher rank range comms that I come back to 6th digit and I realize, damn, this shit look boring as hell. But I mean, that's it. What can you really do? It is just a product of the SR. With the map finally coming to an end. Huge shoutouts to Top X Vlad for the replay on this map. A very, very good accuracy on this map as well. 99.8 to close it out. And yeah, with that, let's move on to our No Mod 3.
For No Mod 3 this time around. Oh yes, for all the LSC fans we had in the chat earlier that were asking like, where's LSC? Where's LSC? Well, they are actually in our team.
We found LSC!
We found LSC, everyone. Anyways, No Mod 3 for this round. We have a snap hold. It should be primarily... Actually, this is like 90% it's a snap hold, so... It's your very classic low SR, 128 BPM. About 3 minutes, I think. In terms of snap hold aim map. A little bit different from the Qualls one, where Qualls one was generally perceived to be either mixed or a little bit diff spiky. This one is more consistent in its difficulty, and the one like main skill set they test will be snap hold.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, right off the bat, you can already see a bunch of these patterns coming in. It's gonna just be about this No Mod 3 consistency, this alt consistency being exercised throughout the map. The map SR comes in at around 4.6, but you know, of course, where the map lacks in its raw SR, it definitely makes up in its overall challenge when it comes to your consistency and your control as well. We're getting into the KI, and the spacing of this map does widen quite a bit, but overall, the map is just very consistent across the board. Really no huge diff spikes to be said. There is that you know 3-note diff spike, but other than that, it is still smooth sailing.
3-note diff spike. What a world we live in.
I love low SR.
Man, watch out for that 3-note diff spike.
Yeah, guys, welcome back to the 6 APC podcast.
It's actually
I think come 6 WC Mirage, we're definitely going to get like 5 people in BC, and we're just gonna ignore the gameplay, at least for the earlier rounds.
Oh my god, man. Low SR is just something else. I mean, to be honest, I think this is still a pretty exciting map for what it is. It's 5.1, so it's not like... At least we're not touching the 4-star territory yet, but...
Yeah. I could go on and on about how much I hate this song, but I think it will be a broken record at this point.
Why you hate songs?
Yeah, I just hate Japanese, bro. What can I say?
What the heck? You're the reason they didn't sign up for 6AC.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Yo, can I just say, what the hell, Japan? They had an entire 6-digit 1v1 tournament and they couldn't fill a roster for 6 APC. Like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah,
I know I hate Gamili as much as the next guy, but like, come on.
You're the reason. Why?
Honestly, valid.
Can't believe you do that to me.
Valid crash out. But yeah, nothing more to be said as we near the last quarter of the map. The spacing in this section is larger than anything we've seen in the map, with some very, very precarious flow aim, as we just saw in that previous diff spike. You know, not to mention the nerves that you're probably feeling going into this last section, especially if you're holding that combo. Yeah, that is going to be the No Mod 3.
Anytime soon now.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I do think our No Mod 4 is shorter, and it is a banger for the first time.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah, I'm a hater. I'm a hater.
Anyways, moving on to No Mod 4, we have a Nekomata Master's Song Squall. This is one of the shorter maps in the pool, featuring a more mixed... Well, honestly, there will be 2 sides of this map. For some of the places will be more slider techy, for some of the map players this will be more on the tapping side of things. 2-minute map, 190 BPM, AR 9.2, and yeah, this map will feature some quotation mark slider techy section later on where you can use some accuracy with the sliders, but as well as some doubles and triples that you have to hit. So slightly finger controlly as well. This is slider teching heavy quotation mark because it's so low SR.
Yeah, that's right. I think this map was actually pretty commonly pulled back in an earlier era of 6-digit, maybe a year and a half ago. But yeah, this is the first time I've seen Squall coming in, at least recently in the 6-digit scene. So yeah, I'm very happy to see this map back in the pool. Personally, really like this No Mod 4. It's a really good song as well. This is also a 0 PP map, so you know, 0 PP known for their patterning, known for their ability, their movement, especially on tech maps like this, especially on low SR tech maps like this. Very strong mapper. Be crazy if we got them for a tournament. Wink wink.
Wink wink.
But yeah, going into the final KI of the map, this is where the slider tech starts to come in. All the kick sliders, all of these really high, or quote unquote high SV sliders going into the last quarter.
Yeah, holding accuracy here will probably be quite a challenge for this SR at least, so we'll see how players perform this. This is definitely one of the shorter maps in the pool as well, so not everything will be labeled as consistency, even though 3-minute isn't consistency, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, and as we drag to the tail end of the match, that is going to be the No Mod 4. Thank you to Michaelito / Stupid Femboy for doing the replay for this. And let's move on to the No Mod 5, which is probably my favorite map in the pool.
What the heck, Munamu? What is that accuracy? Anyways.
Bro, it's Munamu.
Yeah, but this is low SR. Anyways. Junk Lady, we have this one for No Mod 5. This will be a more slightly rhythmy, slightly reading type of gimmick map. I mean, it's AR7, but like you won't see any overlaps. So
yeah, really the main attraction of this map is the AR7. No real reading in this map. As long as you're not completely disabled on AR7, you should be pretty smooth sailing for you on this map. I will say the aim required in some of these patterns are pretty intensive. We just came out of that linear section right before this KI, which might trip up some players, if they're not ready for it. Especially on the AR7, those who are not comfortable will definitely find some misses here and there, just given the nature of low SR and low AR.
Should be pretty interesting to see how players perform on this. But yeah. Oh my god. Okay, I guess there is a little bit of a reading section just now, but it's not too bad. I promise.
Yeah. Nothing really that demanding, all things considered. The patterns are very simple. So yeah, it's really just gonna be up to your base reading. But as we drag into the last quarter of the map, this is a very short map coming in at only 2 minutes long, so might be quite the RNG pick for some of these teams. And yeah, we're getting into the last section of the map. This is the more aim heavy section. We saw a bunch of aim control before, but yeah, the jumps in this section are definitely a lot bigger. Yeah, looking to go towards the end of this map.
How did you not?
Two shoutouts to Munamu for the replay. I mean, Munamu just does Munamu things, honestly, with the incredible combo game and negative accuracy.
How did you not break on the slider? Anyways, I'm sorry. That should round up the No Mod pool, and we will head straight into Hidden. Any Hidden enjoys today? Because we have a Lapix banger today. This one... Our Hidden one will this time be a Tapping Tech HD1. More on the tapping side of things, especially compared to qualifiers, which had absolutely zero tapping. This one is significantly more on the tapping side of things. Shout out again to our replayer LSC for coming back for this map as a replayer. And yep.
Yeah, I mean, this is, I believe, one of our longer maps in the pool. The drain time is 3 minutes and 30 seconds, but of course on the client it shows 4 minutes. This, of course, is a Lapix map, so you already know what the map is gonna be about. It's really going to be, in Project Hexagon fashion, a control hidden one. I believe there is a good chunk of, you know, circle tech, a good chunk of slider tech found in this pool as well. Not to mention, you know, the overall tapping requirement being, not the most intensive, still enough to trip some players up, especially if they're not comfortable on the hidden. But we're going to get into our first KI, and right off the bat, you can already see the finger control patterns start to kick in for this hidden one.
Yeah, a couple doubles followed by some sliders. And again, this is pretty low SR, but it's still pretty demanding, honestly. It's not as easy as it looks, especially on hidden. Can definitely trip up some people. It's a banger.
Wow, GG. Meanwhile, the only thing to talk about the pool is how great the song is. Lapix, I love Lapix. Lapix.
If we're gonna make our players play low SR maps, we might as well make them the bangers, right?
Yeah, you know what'd be crazy? Like a like a Lapix custom, no wink, no wink.
No wink, no wink.
Stop car. And yeah, I think the difficulty, at least in the KIs, are pretty consistent. It's all about these, you know, doubles into slider patterns that are looking to trip these players up. So yeah, we're about halfway through the map and just out of the first KI. I think the consistency requirement on this map is definitely not something to be overlooked as well. Your hidden consistency definitely going to be put to the test alongside your overall aim control as well.
I think the upcoming section right here should be, slightly more tappy, or was it more slidery? It's been too long since I pulled this. After this break section, we should get another PI soonish.
Yeah, going into the last quarter, we're really just building up momentum. A few bus sliders here and there, but we're going straight into the final KI.
Okay, yeah, more
this
sliders.
is the more slider-intensive section of the map where you saw the beginning mostly being filled by, you know, doubles, mostly being filled by tapping. The main attraction is going to be these wide-angle slider patterns, which are surprisingly difficult to hit. I mentioned the nerves argument for, I believe, Nomod 3, and the same is still prevalent on this hidden one as well. These slider patterns, while not looking the most intensive, at least on stream, when you are in the match, when you're in the zone, you know, you can definitely expect to lose some focus when the sliders are this big, when the sliders are like flying across your screen. And when you compound it with the hidden requirements slapped onto this match, overall it becomes very difficult to be consistent. But yeah, that is going to be the hidden one. And let's move on to hidden 2.
Hidden 2 will be the first Perry Crayola replay of this round.
Yeah, me when I lie.
I mean, what do you mean lied? It says right there, Perry Crayola.
Yeah, of course.
Anyways, this week Hidden 2 will be a lot more reading heavy compared to our qualifier one. It is not alt, but it is 200 BPM, like, let's make, I guess, aim reading. It's not like, there aren't perfect stacks, but because of the nature of the song, there will be like some breaks between the aim that you need to do in order to like keep up with the rhythm.
Yeah, I think it's these stop patterns, I think that's what they're called, that will really trip you up on this hidden 2. AR8 CS3, so you know the density of this map is going to be pretty intensive for the average player. But I think anybody who is, you know, relatively strong on hidden 2 will definitely be having a good time on this map.
That's quite the banger. I honestly, I think I like this one. I would love to play this if I was a player.
Where is this map actually from?
No idea. I got this from Floss after he fumbled our previous hidden 2. We had a different.
Wait, what was the previous hidden 2?
We had the one that is being used in 6EC, the Good Kid
Oh.
CU map.
Oh, no time to explain.
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
CBT custom.
Yeah. We had that previously, and
Yeah.
then there's some fumble. There was a little bit of a fumble, so we switched down to this hidden 2, which honestly is probably more fun to me at least, but it's also harder.
Yeah. Really nothing to be said during this hidden 2. The start, it's really about these start and stop patterns and back and forth jumps. Really testing both your aim consistency and your consistency and comfort on the AR8. So overall, a pretty good test for hidden 2, especially at this SR. But let's move on to the hard rock pool.
Alright, Hard Rock Pool. This week we have a quote-unquote speed Hard Rock 1. It will be sitting at 210 BPM, which is actually quite high for the SR, whether you believe it or not. This is not a fully tappy Hard Rock 1 though, unlike Qualifiers. Qualifiers 1 was purely meant to be tapping test. This one has a good amount, a good chunk of aim as well. It's not just 210 BPM tapping. If it was, it wouldn't fit in this SR actually.
Yeah, this map sort of fills the sort of lack of tapping that we saw in the no mod. I mean, it wasn't that big of a lack of tapping. We still have the no mod 4 with the control and the no mod 2 with the overall stamina. But you know, this map definitely tests your consistency on the higher echelon of the tapping. But overall, it's the main test that this map is going to be demanding from you is going to be that consistency and consistency on these 210 BPM jumps and bursts.
Yeah, this 5-note burst you just witnessed, this is as long as it gets with 210 BPM of this SR. So, is it a speed test? Probably, but is it a crazy one? No, not really.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's going to be testing it's going to be testing your consistency in conjunction with the speedy aim. Not to mention as well, given how this is AR10, the accuracy requirement is also going to be more demanding, especially because this map comes in at 210 BPM. So your comfort on the BPM will also definitely matter going into this map. So Mirage, would you like to share with the chat the perils of pulling this round of 16?
Let's just say this pool went through a lot, at least this round. It used to look pretty different, but then, you know, things happened, you know, SR rework, CSR, and like some reworks, and then pool looks different, and then some maps got like were considered too hardened. And yeah, this looks nothing like its former state, to be honest.
Yeah, the round of 16 pool, I think, has gone through the most changes of any pool, of any map, of any pool in this tournament, full stop. So yeah,
It is what
a
it
lot
is.
of blood, sweat, and tears have gone into this pool, to say the least.
Pretty
And
much.
honestly, that's probably an understatement.
It's okay.
Yeah, as we get into this instrumental section, we just came out probably the hardest part of the map. The aim control in that section is definitely comes to a climax there. But yeah, we're gonna get into a short break right before jumping straight into the final KI of the map.
Was that a pun on the freaking map name?
Oh my god, shut your bitch ass up. Oh, I'm gonna
What
beat
the
you.
heck?
Oh my goodness, I didn't even notice.
No, you had to do that on purpose. There's no way.
My bad, gangster. My bad, gangster.
There's
I
no
just have
way.
I'm just nonchalant like that, actually.
Okay, dude. That will be the end of Hard Rock 1 as we move on to Hard Rock 2 Precision. This time it's a boomer precision.
Oh, hell no.
My age precision. Low BPM.
Sing it with me.
Oh no, god, no. I won't say. But yeah, low BPM, Hard Rock 2. Old map. I mean, if you're an old man majority, you're gonna love this. I certainly
Yep,
would.
guys. Yep, chat. We pulled Identity Part 3. We pulled one of the maps from the Identity series. In 2025. You love to see it, chat.
How many identity part are there actually?
Well, we really only know 4 parts, you know.
Wait, no. Wait. Oh wait, no, actually, yeah, you're right, actually.
We're really discussing the things that matter here. How many identity parts are there? How many parts to the identity
I
are
mean, it's
there?
a hard rock 2, it's precision, it's old map. I mean, it's pretty linear.
I will say this map is pretty tricky. I mean, given the style of old mapping, of course you expect linear aim, but there are some, you know, wanted patterns, especially that flow-in pattern that we just saw, which can definitely trick some players. I definitely can see this map getting banned quite a bit in the bracket stage. This is a pretty brutal map, to say the least.
Given that this is also like actually pretty short, like what is this? This is drain time is only 149, making it the shortest map in the pool. Let's see some higher, like maybe some higher seeded teams ban this out just to avoid the RNG on the position.
Yeah, this map is definitely pretty rough when it comes down to it, but then again, it is a very short map, so it's gonna be a pretty interesting gamble pick. You know, skill cap gamble pick. But yeah, as you come to the last ace of the map, the wide angles come in to greet you at the very end, and that is going to be the Hard Rock 2. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, you know it, you love it. Time to get into our least favorite mob pool. Let's jump straight into DT1.
DT1, tell your world. It's aim.
Yo, Mirage, I wonder what skill set this map tests.
Alright, look, I know I'm the head puller and all, but how do you describe DT1 interestingly? It's aim, man.
This is a very intricately pulled map with with a diverse range of patterns. It was very delicately mapped. There was a lot of care taken into the patterns that you're seeing on screen right now. Jesus Christ, I can't, bro, I can't. Why is I'm Broken Heart saying Miku, Miku, Miku? Where is the Miku? Yeah, thank you, Mirage, for that incredible commentary.
Fantastic.
You love to see it.
Look,
I will say this this DT1 has quite a bit of flow aim into it. It's not just about, you know, the snap aim here and there. There is a good amount of flow aim required, a good amount of wide angle jumps as well. So yeah, a bit more interesting than your typical DT1, but yeah, overall, it's going to be about your high BPM aim being put to the test. About 250, about 25 BPM higher than that of No Mod 1, so definitely the fastest of the aim slots.
Yeah, definitely the speed aim of the pool. But shouldn't be anything too uncomfortable for the people. Actually, what is this SR after the new recent rework? Oh, I can't check that, unfortunately. Oh, it is... Wait, this is 5.3.
Bro, what? As you can see, many blood, sweat, and tears have been put into this pool, and at some point, you have to feel bad for us. This pool, mind you, was done like 5 months ago, a whole 5 months ago, where the meta speed, where the meta of 6-digit was incredibly different, was vastly different. Man. But yeah, as we get to this last KI, the spacing just increases more and more, and you know, the main snap aim element of the map starts to kick in.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's a DT1, what can I say? At least it's a good song, I like it.
That's right.
It is a cover, it's not the original Miku version, sadly, but it is what it is. Thanks to Mappool for this replay, and we'll be heading straight into DT2. Disconnect. Not this rate. This is the shortest map in the pool actually, clocking in at 1 minute and 15 seconds.
Thank God.
Wow. 225 BPM bursts.
Speed at this SR? What?
Unlike qualifiers where it was speed burst and finger control in the same slot, we have it separate this time around. This will be purely speed test. This is, as you can see, like, can you tap 5 notes? Oh my god, it sounds so good. Can you tap 5 notes at 255 BPM?
Yeah, really just a lot of repetitive 5 notes burst at 255 BPM. But I will say, given how this is low SR, we cannot ignore the aim, the aim requirement that is found in this map. A lot of weird sliders as well. Of course, the main attraction still is going to be your comfort on the 255 BPM, but you could definitely see a lot of speed players finding shit misses here and there on some of the bus sliders or, you know, the slider into slider patterns on this map. Yeah, that is going to be the DT2.
Yeah, that is actually the end of
I
the
like
map.
how I like how both me and Mirage stayed silent, just waiting for the match to end. And as soon as the map was about to end, we were like, all right. So
moving on to
yeah,
DT3.
pretty sure DT2.
Tsukuyomi map, DT3 finger control.
Yep.
Much lower BPM. This is like what, 210, making it obviously the slowest DT map in the pool, but this is also the most finger control at least as finger control as it gets at SSR, without being ridiculous.
Yep, and right as we get into the KI, we begin to see a bunch of these double patterns go into each other. And yeah, it is a pretty standard hard diff map. You know, you always see these hard diffs getting DT'd. And I mean, this is a pretty good test as ever on finger control. Once again though, the consistency aspect I think is going to be what shines brighter than what shines brightest for this map. This is low SR, so I don't really think many teams will really get speed capped on this, or at least finger control gapped on this. So really, it's just going to be up to your overall consistency and nerve control. This is a very short map, coming in at just over 2 minutes long. You know, typical DT map.
Hey,
so yeah.
2 minutes long for DT.
My bad, gangster. My bad, gangster.
What the heck?
What? Did you put in the? What is bro doing? Literally, what is bro doing?
Oh.
6 WCC2 by the way. 6 WCC2.
No, actually I don't think this is Top X's platform. Or well, it kind of is. So the real story about this map or this replay is that I don't think the replayer had updated their map when they did the replay, so I had to replay edit it to this latest version.
Whoa, replay editing.
And replay editing.
What do you
oh my god. I'm
What?
getting banned for this. But no,
Top X Vlad is confused as well.
yeah, this is oh, Top X is actually in the chat. Okay, yeah, I think you forgot to update the map when submitting the replay, so it wasn't like, yeah, I had to edit it. I didn't think it would be a miss because I didn't think it would actually they changed like note placements, but I guess they did. So unlucky.
This is terrible for the economy.
Hey,
But yeah, that is going to be the DT3.
It is still a 0 miss. Don't worry about it.
Huge, huge, huge. Honestly, huge.
All right.
But we are going to jump right out of this DT3 and jump into the Fremont one.
This is the longest map in
All right,
the
good night.
pool. Okay, good night. I'm sorry for pulling an actual long map for once. Oh my god, it is a 4-minute map. Okay, getting into the map. This is Fremont 1, 140 BPM, CS4, AR 8.5. Yes. So if you're a hidden player, please take note. They are 8.5. They are 9. 4 minutes.
Yeah, I think.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think the pooling comment that we had on this map was mini tiebreaker.
Yes.
And yeah, but fuck you, Mirage. You might say that this song is a banger, but I definitely think that beyond all else, you know, screw the consistency, screw the aim. The main challenge on this map is gonna be trying to stay awake, especially if you are the hidden or no one, because you're playing this map at AR 8.5. It is a mind-numbingly taxing map.
Why you hate me? Also, why is everyone considering this? There aren't that many consistency.
Yeah, funnily enough, 4 minutes is not like out of the question
okay,
for
4
the
minute.
map.
Okay, 4 minute, fine. But the 3 minute maps one, like, come on, man. This ain't consistency. It's just 3 minutes.
Nah, this is consistency, bro. I need Subway Surfers gameplay on the side in order for me to stay awake during the map.
Oh, okay. But yeah, getting a little bit into the map as well. This is like very low BPM. I mean, I guess this is technically all BPM, but like, yeah. A little bit tricky on the hidden and especially on the hard rock as we get later on. The patterns will increase in spacing, and as well we will get into a tech section later on. This does have multiple skill sets to test. This isn't very free on either mobs. I'm not sure if anyone will be playing this on easy, but yeah, this is balanced around hard rock and hidden.
Yeah, the way that the way that this map is, you know, ARA does present a bit of a challenge for the hidden players, especially on some of the flowing patterns that we are seeing right now. But of course, you have to take into account the hard rock players on the other end, you know, just playing the objectively harder version of the map. So yeah, the AR 8.5 looking to just balance the two mods just that little bit more.
As we get into a slightly light techy section where the sliders
Oh my god,
longer and the slider velocity also increasing. A little bit hard to see on the hidden, but like, yeah, as you can see, the slider velocity gets a little bit crazier. A space triplet there, and yeah.
Yeah, the map actually picks up in its intensity quite a bit in that section. I mean, the flow aim requirement as well as, you know, the reading required to not break on some of those sliders are definitely something that can be overlooked by some of these players and might definitely catch some people off guard, especially if you're sight reading, which I'm expecting everyone to do.
What the heck?
And yeah, overall, pretty multifaceted map and works pretty well for your quote-unquote mini tiebreaker slot.
What the heck, Caveman?
Caveman, you suck! Oh my god, 4-digit 5WC player, by the way.
Caveman, please.
Imagine being 4-digit and still bombing.
I think it's because of this. It's so low SR that he bombed this actually.
No, I think he legit just fell asleep while playing this map.
Bro.
AR 8.5 and hidden is AR 8.5 on hidden is terrible because it's not like low enough where you need to lock in, but it's also not high enough where, you know, you're locked in.
God damn, people hate AR 8.5.
Yeah, I'm already expecting the hate comments to the death threats to come in for this map.
Oh my god.
Unfortunate Mirage, unlucky.
Slight note from the playtester side as well. Some playtesters did report that you might need a very minor offset on this, somewhere between -5 to -10. Will be displayed later on in the sheet as well, but it's not very consistent. Like, not all playtesters have reported this, and honestly, neither did I have an issue with this, and well, certainly not Caveman. But yeah, just something small to note. It is not a big deal, but you might want to try air offset if you have any issues. Let's move on to Fremont 2.
Oh, hype. Absolute hype map. Lock in.
Since I make everyone play a 4-minute, like, wait, is it an easy replay? Oh my god, it's an easy replay.
Wait, bro doesn't even know his replays.
My bad. But yeah, since we had a 4-minute Fremont 1, obviously I'm not gonna make you sit in order the 4-minute Fremont 2. That would be tyranny.
Yep.
Fremont 2 this week, significantly less reading. Okay, well, I say that while someone's playing easy, but significantly less reading intensive compared to quals. But yeah, go ahead.
Overall, it is your you know, comfort on the anti mods that's gonna be put to the test here. Hidden and hard rock pretty balanced if I had to say so myself. You know, if you are confident on the ARA, this map is just going to be probably just gonna be a breeze for you. And of course, if you are strong on the hard rock, I mean, some of these patterns, although it doesn't look like it on the map, but they can be pretty intense on hard rock. The polygonal patterns alongside the aim agility required for some of these patterns are pretty intense. But yeah, all the time, you know, most of the time hard rock is usually the harder version of the map to begin with, so no real surprise from there. But yeah, I really enjoy this map.
The only thing I'm sad about is the fact that we didn't get a flashlight replay.
Nobody's playing flashlight, bro.
I told my playtester, hey, if you get a good flashlight score on this, you get a one-sub supporter, but they didn't do it. I'm like, aww.
Honestly, deserve.
What the heck?
Type 1 in chat if you want to watch a flashlight replay. What is the replayer hitting? What does the map look like? I don't fucking know.
Wait. Type 1? Okay. I got you.
It's a... Wait, guys. Flashlight replay would be like showcase, but without the show. It's just case.
Case.
It's just a case. I can't wait for the Mappool case. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are finally out of the conventional maps of the pool. And ladies and gentlemen, I am very proud to present to you guys our first custom of 6 APC. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we will be getting a tiebreaker custom from the one, the only Nomi Nomu on Camellia Quantum Entanglement. And this is in fact a joint replay by Cough Cough Perry Crayola and Inya or Sapphire Aegis on the sheet. This is sort of a throwback to EQX if you were part of that. I don't think anybody is really part was a part of EQX, but yeah, this is sort of bringing back our joint replays. Both of them want to do a replay, and you know, here we are. Yeah, take it away, Mirage, with this map.
Okay, sorry, I had to like set up a couple stuff. First off, custom tiebreaker. Thank you very much, Nomi Nomu, for this awesome custom tiebreaker in such an early round. This will be a 5-minute long multi-skill set tiebreaker. Oh my god, yes, it's 5 minutes, but like, come on, tiebreaker, surely. Surely and we get into the first crazy section already. As classic with any Camellia map, this will be slightly more on the techie side. Well, I say slightly, but that was a pretty crazy slider with a slider tick in there. Do not side read this one, please.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely happening. Nomi Nomu, known for her ability when it comes to her ability as a tag mapper. I believe she has already she has a pretty good set of Oni customs when it comes to the No Mod 4. And I mean this when it comes to No Mod 4, and I mean this map is sort of just a very good representation of her skills. It's really just on full display. A lot of these slider patterns are very familiar, especially if you are a fan of Nomi Nomu maps like myself. NGT1 Grand Finals trailer song throwback. I did not even know that this was used in NGT1 as the Grand Finals trailer match. The Grand Finals trailer song.
I don't think I remember that either. I played in NGT1. Okay, no, I got eliminated pretty early, so I don't remember the Grands, to be honest. So.
Haha, loser. I won NGT2.
Good for you. Sorry. I've never won a tournament in my life before.
I'm sorry, Viraj.
I'm quitting. The furthest I've gone was 3rd place, which was like CPT3.
It's okay, I'll carry you. I got you.
No, you don't.
I got you, my good. I got you. No, I got you.
Yeah,
anyways, jokes aside, this is your standard tech tiebreaker, Camellia tiebreaker, of course, and it's very intensive in the KIs. The control requirement is very intense. And of course, if you're not comfortable on this map, and I don't think many of the, especially the lower seeded teams will be on this map, I could definitely see this being quite a challenge for some of them. Yeah, nothing much more to comment as we are sort of getting into our mid section of the map.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this is still your, in a sense, this is your classic Camellia tiebreaker, I guess. If you've been playing in tournament,
the Camellia tiebreaker of all time.
If you've been playing in the tournament scene, if you've never seen a Camellia tiebreaker before, you're probably new to the scene.
Yeah, bro. If you haven't seen a Camellia tiebreaker, if you haven't lost on a Camellia tiebreaker before, are you even playing OC tournament?
So real, though.
Yeah, that's right. Some 1/3 scan there, right straight back into the action. Fun fact, I believe that old pattern used to be a extremely demon zigzag pattern. If I'm not wrong, thankfully Nomi, our love changed it. Because I can already foresee a bunch of shit misses happening on that section.
I hope we get some tiebreakers this week, because I want to see this custom tiebreaker being played.
Yeah, low-key, I think Nomi presenting this tiebreaker to us was an absolute surprise. We did not expect her to give a tiebreaker for such an early round, no less. Yeah. As we get into the bus sliders, you know, unfortunately not 6 digits, so this can't be streamed. They're all bus sliders. Yep. The a longer stream that oh my goodness, yep, that comes the one dislike of the map. And yeah, the rest of the map is smooth sailing. That flowing pattern 100% gonna catch off a bunch of players.
Those who practice will hit it. That's all I'm gonna
No,
say.
no, no. I mean it isn't even guaranteed for those who practiced it, honestly. Bro, Mirage, everybody talking about the parry replays. Those who know, my guy. Those who know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Perry, you know, assessing, or well, she was supposed to assess.
Yeah,
you
know, just Perry casually being the absolute goat on tech match, suddenly able to act.
Yeah, holding a 99.7, easy. Like, it's just Perry stuff, you know?
Yo, nobody noticed that cursor.
Well, as we get slowly towards the end of the map, a quick roundup of the showcase. Mappool will be uploaded relatively soon. Stat will be out much later. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna give it time because our stat.
No. Stats will be released at around 17 UTC alongside an announcement that will probably be released by Perry in my name because I will be asleep at that time. So yeah, do stay tuned for that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching. And with that, I think we are going to get into some quick announcements. Already we had told you, you know, stats will be out 17 UTC alongside all the defaults and whatnot. All of the seats will be on the sheet. So unfortunately, we won't be getting it very soon or like right after the showcase, which just, you know, is the case when all of your admins are fucking European. But yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, with the end of this Mappool showcase and the seed review, we sincerely hope that you are as excited for the beginning of 6APC as the entirety of the production team behind us. We have a lot more exciting stuff planned down the line, a lot more custom maps planned down the line, and you know, there has been some ups and downs, cough, the entire PP rework shenanigans and whatnot, but we are proud as ever to have this 6-month project finally take to the skies. And we hope that you guys will be receptive and you guys are as excited for what's to come for 6APC. But yeah, with that, ladies and gentlemen, my name has been Gami Cruella. Joining me in the commentary booth, of course, the ever lovely Mirage Fire. Mirage, do you have any last words to say to the stream?
Not in particular. Well, as always, I'll be happy to read your feedback in the Mappool feedback channel. I appreciate all the previous feedback we got from Qualls. This is definitely a lesson learned as well. So, looking forward to more feedbacks this round if you have any. But other than that, I'm also good for now.
Yep. Unfortunately, you know, ups and downs to this RO13 pool as well as the pool in general, SR rework and whatnot. I feel like I sound like a broken record at this point, but I would like to specifically thank all of our replayers for this round. I believe it was Floof, Emerald Aegis, Inya, Caveman, LSC, Topex Vlad, and Simabuko. Correct me if I'm missing someone. I might be missing someone, but hope. Oh yeah, Perry Crayola, of course. Emerald Aegis, cough, Perry Crayola, for doing all the lovely replays, as well as our entire playtesting team who has been working hard behind the scenes to get all these pools out. It is not easy pulling this low of an SR for 6-digit, but we sure as hell are happy that, you know, our replayers are there to back us up. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I have been your host. My name has been Gaming Crayola. His name was Mirage Fire. This has been the 6-digit Asia Pacific Cup, and we will see you in the next stream. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.